You know you need scholarly sources for your paper. You even know what they look like: peer-reviewed articles, academic books, the kind of sources your professor actually wants you to use. But where do you find them?
Hi, I'm Abe Neiman, and in our last video, we talked about how to recognize scholarly sources. Now let's talk about how we might find and access them through a library database.
While Google has its uses, most of the sources you pull up in a random Google search will be popular, not scholarly. And even if you do happen upon a good scholarly source in Google, there's a good chance you won't be able to access it without hitting what's called a paywall. So what's the solution? How about the H.C. Hofheimer II Library website, which you can think of as a magic key that your tuition already paid for? The library's budget pays for subscriptions to what are called databases, massive collections of articles from scholarly journals, newspapers, and other forms of media, allowing you to access them for free, rather than paying expensive fees to publishers. On the Databases from A to Z page can be found a complete list of databases the library subscribes to, which, hot tip, you can quickly search by pressing Ctrl F on your keyboard, or Command F on a Mac, and typing what you're looking for into the search box. Two databases that are useful for general research are Academic Search Complete, which covers a wide range of subjects and includes both scholarly and popular sources, and JSTOR, which focuses on humanities and social sciences and primarily offers full-text scholarly articles. As you go deeper into your major, you'll likely use more specialized databases, like PubMed for biology, Business Source Complete for business research, or PsycInfo for psychology. Let's suppose we were writing a paper on climate policy and wanted to use one of these databases, Academic Search Complete, to find scholarly articles about our topic. Most databases work best when you use keywords instead of full sentences. Here, I'm entering the keyword climate change and policy into the search bar. I'm using "and" in all caps to tell the database that both climate change and policy must appear in the article. This is what's called a Boolean operator, and it helps you get more precise results. Two other Boolean operators you can use are OR, to search for one keyword or the other, and NOT, to eliminate results that contain the keyword that comes after not. Another useful technique is to put multiple words in quotes when you want to search for the entire text string rather than each word individually. Our search gave us thousands of results, but we can narrow them down using limiters. Let's start with the most important ones. Checking this box removes magazine and newspaper articles, leaving only peer-reviewed sources, exactly what your professor wants. Next, I'll check full text, so every article we see is available to read right away. For topics in STEM fields, social sciences, and current events, newer research is often more relevant. Adjusting the date range helps you focus on the most up-to-date studies. Before clicking on an article, read the abstract, a summary of the research that can help you figure out if the article actually fits your topic. This article specifically discusses how government policies impact climate change, making it a strong match for our research. Academic databases organize articles by subject. Clicking a subject term, like climate policy, finds more articles on the same topic, even if they use different keywords. This is called linked data. Using linked data is a great way to refine your research and discover sources you might have missed. Here's some more tips for searching databases. If you're not finding enough sources for your topic, try brainstorming additional search terms related to the ones you're using. A lot of times, scholars use specialized terms to describe a topic that aren't necessarily obvious to a layperson. If, on the other hand, you are getting too many sources, you can use quotation marks, Boolean operators, limiters, abstracts, and linked data to bring down your results, and make the results you do get more immediately relevant to your topic.
Next up, we'll tackle finding scholarly books in the library catalog. See you in the next video.